Cracking an interview is much more than just being good at academics. This is the thought that I left you with. But before we move ahead, a quick flashback. Preparing for an interview is no less than preparing for a war. Though you know the basics, you don't know the opponent completely. You don't know where to start preparing. We often go to our best friend Google and search top interview questions, frequently asked questions, only to realize that the interviewer didn't ask any of those. The most important thing that you need to understand is that though the interviewer might ask you n number of questions, what he or she wants to know is, number one, can you do that job? Your skill. Number two, will you do that job? That's your will. Welcome back. The real challenge is not to answer the frequently asked questions, but the challenge is to answer situational or behavioral type of questions. What are situational or behavioral type interview questions? Situational type questions are about your past work experiences to find out if you have the skills needed for the job. Situational or behavioral question focuses on how you handled various work situations in the past. For example, describe a stressful situation and how did you handle it? Or give me an example of a time you faced a conflict while working with a team and how did you handle that? The common mistake that people make while answering such questions is that they either answer in a couple of lines or narrate a 10-minute story without a proper start and end. Both these ways will work against you. The best way to answer such questions is to have a STAR approach. STAR. S stands for situation. Explain the situation. T stands for task. What was your task in that situation? A stands for action. What action did you take? And R stands for result. What was the final result? Let us take the first question. Describe a stressful situation and how did you handle it? How do we answer this using a STAR technique? First, the situation. My team was working on a time-sensitive and difficult project. While we were on track, suddenly one of the team members was diagnosed with dengue. He had to be hospitalized, which left us with 9 hours of more work per person for next 7 days till we completed the project. Task. My job was to monitor the project at each stage and support other team members in completing the task. I had to make sure that my team works extra hours but at the same time does not get demotivated because of extra work. Action. I took an approval from my boss for a comp off as I asked my team to come on their week off. I also took an approval for a movie and dinner for my team after the completion of a project. I also made sure to send an email to the entire organization about my team's achievement and made them feel special. Result. The result of this was that we completed the task on time, and I was quite appreciated by the entire organization. The entire team had a sense of achievement and we all were quite happy. Follow the same approach for all situational or behavioral type of questions, and I'm sure you will impress the interviewer. Do comment below and tell me which are the topics you would like me to cover. All the best for your interview. You tried your way, now try mine.